the Mbappes or the De Bruynes straight away. In 3 or 4 years they will do, but the first 2 years they're going to have to get the best they can get. And Anthony Martial, to be honest with you, fits Newcastle like a glove. It's just whether Martial wants to stay in the Premier League, which we'll talk about in a minute. But Anthony, I saw something the other day. In Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 3 years here, Anthony Martial is in the top 4 for goals and assists. So this perception that he's a flop and he's useless is a joke. Like, last season he had a bad season. He scored a goal against Everton the other week. You know, he's not a bad player. I actually predicted Martial was going to have a big season this year. I think that's been destroyed by Ronaldo, and quite rightly so. You bring Ronaldo in, that's going to be less chances for Martial. So Newcastle expressing an interest in Martial. If I was in charge of Newcastle and I was looking at the rebuild, I mean, it's like, you know, we've all got ideas. We've all played Football Manager and FIFA, so it's not like, oh, Goldbridge's ideas are going to be revolutionary. You'd have your own ideas. But if I was owner of Newcastle, I'm looking to rebuild that team, Man United would be one of my first stops, because Manchester United players, whether they succeed or fail, they've got a real understanding of what playing at a big club's all about. And we're top heavy. We've got a massively inflated senior squad. So if I was Newcastle, I'd look at Manchester United and I'd go, Martial, Van der Beek, straight away, those 2 players are perfect for what we want. They're not playing, they're still in their mid-20s, and they're top quality players who play international football that United are looking to sell. And we'll get them for a reasonable price. They're not going to want 100 million. So look, we'll talk about Donny in a minute, but I think in relation to Anthony Martial, proven Premier League goal scorer, I think he would do really well at an Arsenal or a Newcastle or a Spurs, or, you know, I think he would do well at that sort of look, because Newcastle are, with all due respect to Arsenal and Spurs, you are fighting between 4th and 8th. And I think that's where Newcastle want to be ASAP. And they know they can't fight for the top 4 just yet. So when I say Martial will do well at Arsenal, Spurs and Newcastle, I put Newcastle straight into that category, because that's where they're going to want to be. And I think Newcastle with Anthony Martial in that team, I think he's perfect for what they want. They want a goal scorer, a quality player who, you know, ideally they want Mbappe and Haaland, but they're not at that stage yet. So I think Martial ticks a lot of boxes for Newcastle if he fancies it. From a United point of view, they're probably not going to get many clubs that knock on the door and say, there's 50 million. So I think for United, they'll probably snap the hands off as well. The question is whether Anthony Martial wants to do it. Can't we sell them Henderson? Why would they want Pope over Henderson? Henderson wants first team football. He can go there, 40 million. Thanks, says Michelle. Again, look, you know what? Absolutely, I applaud that. Absolutely brilliant. That would be a brilliant move for Dean Henderson. It would be a brilliant move for Newcastle, and it would be a brilliant move for Manchester United. We'd get the money, he'd get first team football, and Newcastle would get potentially England's number 1. I think, yeah, Dean Henderson to Newcastle.